Greetings and salutations, y'all. In today's video, we are going to be making a backpack that fits a laptop. I am using Buckaroo leather from Horween Leather in 5 to 6 ounce. It is the perfect weight for making bags, and it's stiff but not too stiff, but also soft but not too soft. It's kind of in the Goldilocks zone, let's say. The thing I'm using to cut out, I like to trace everything out and then cut it out in a big piece because it's a lot easier to deal with. And I just use Ginger shears. You can find them on Amazon. To cut everything, like to actually do the precise cutting, I just use a Stanley box cutter. For me, it works the best. I like the control I have over it. And the biggest point is that I can change out the blades every time I do a new project, and that is what I do religiously because you need to use a freshly sharpened or new blade every single time for whenever you're cutting anything. And here I am cutting out the corners, and I just use the same shears. I use shears for softer leathers, and then I'll use my knife for like firmer leathers, like a veg tan, or like the leather that I use for all my wallets. So you can see here there's some butcher marks from when the cow was skinned, and these are pretty big problems. The fact that these are in the main panels, that is a huge issue. Might have a couple of ways to fix this just to reinforce it. So the way I'm gonna fix these super thin gouge marks here is going to be with some scrap. So what I can do, take your shears, figure out a piece that will kind of cover it. Just like that should be good. And feeling where it is kind of underneath. Making a finger mark there. Like right there. Now, here's the mark right here. And now what I'll do is I'll lay on some contact cement on both sides, and I'll lay this down here, and then that'll basically be the back of that, and it'll just reinforce it, and it'll stop that part from tearing, because that's mainly what we want to avoid. Okay, so here I am. I'm just putting some glue, some contact cement, like I said, on there, and I am actually going to end up sewing it. I decided to sew it just like I know it won't ever come off, because sometimes contact cement can fail, like maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years down the line, and I want to ensure longevity, so I like to sew things when I can. Yeah, this is a great, especially if you're gonna line the bag. Like sometimes I'll line my bags in fabric, and this is a great option for that because this entire flesh side will be covered and you won't ever know it's there. So keep that in mind if you ever run into that problem when you're making bags. Okay, I just wanted to show y'all what the patch here looks like. I did actually decide to go ahead and sew it on just to make sure that it never comes off. Structurally, this makes that gouge there just as strong, if not stronger, than just the uninterrupted fibers of the leather. And from the outside, it's very hard to spot unless you know it's there.
since I did use black thread. From the inside, once the bag is closed up, you won't really be able to see it when you open the bag. And for the most part, you won't be able to feel it. You can feel it. However, I'm going to do my best to find a way to orientate this panel so that this piece will kind of be out of the way of the high traffic areas for your hand. So now we are going to move on to the zipper portions.
Okay, so while I'm cutting out the zippers and doing all that, I wanted to go over some of the different bag construction styles that you can do. So in this case, I chose to do a gusseted style, and that just means you've got that front piece and you've got side pieces and then a back piece, and they're all separate pieces and they're all sewn, whatever, like that. Basically, I based it off of another bag that I had, and I really liked the way it looked. And it was done that way, so I decided to do it that way. But the other way of doing a bag is you can do a box corner style. So if you've ever seen like a leather shave kit or leather dop kit, think about the way that's constructed, but think about it in the dimensions of a backpack, and actually in the dimensions of a whole bunch of other bags as well. That's what I was doing for a while, and I'm just starting to kind of move into a bigger variety of things, because there is some stuff that just works better gusseted than boxed, and this happened to be one of those things. So here I am putting ends on this zipper, and I only do this on the front pocket zipper, basically because there's not going to be the big side seam of the gusset to stop the zipper, and it just looks better if there's some leather at the end, and you'll see what I'm talking about later. So the thing I'm using to stick this on is just double-sided tape. As always, I have links for all the stuff that I use in the descriptions of my videos, and if you want to support me, then you could go and buy some of the supplies through those links, because they are affiliate links. But I won't leave any links to stuff that I don't actually use, because that would be really shitty. So now I'm sewing the gusset on, and this, as you can see, the camera's moving around a little bit. I actually had this on a Gorilla Pod, and I had it like on my leg, on the leg that was pushing down on this treadle that makes the sewing machine go, so it was a little shaky. I'm looking into getting a camera that I can like put around my neck and hang on a pendant, and maybe that'll give a better first-person view. Let me know if you mind the moving around. It is a little kind of annoying to me, but regardless, that's what happened. So I'm sewing it on. I use a Sailrite Fabricator sewing machine. Hardly ever gives me any problems. Really great for someone who has never used an industrial sewing machine before, and it's also way less expensive than other machines. So like some of the other machines will run you $5,000. This runs you $1,500, brand new. Like I think it's like $2,000 for the full like premium kit. So before we move on, there is actually a little secret I want to let you know about this bag. There is a hidden pocket in the bag. Not going to tell you where it is, otherwise it wouldn't be hidden. The only way for you to figure it out is to buy one. I've got two up for sale. I've got one in brown, one in black. They're on the website right now as of this video going live. I will have a link in the description. I will also have a pinned comment. Go there, buy the bags. Hide whatever you want in there. I don't know. It's up to you. It's a hidden pocket. Oh my God. And now I'm just turning the bag inside out, or right side out rather, And one of the problems I run into here is that, and you can see me, the zipper pull came off because the threads ripped there. And that's always a possibility when you're turning the bags inside out. So I went ahead and had to re-sew that. It was kind of awkward to do, but you know what? I got it done. But in the future, I think I just needed to put more stitches there. Alright, so after that little fuck up, I'm going to try and save this bag. It's a good thing I made two. And that right there is the end of today's video. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you really liked it, leave a comment, and now time for some money shots.